If making a living off of your music is what you truly want, we need to take a really good look at the numbers. And the numbers show that 1 out of 10 musicians actually make it to the point where they could make full income off of their art. Now, maybe that's time for us to actually try something new, which is what I want to offer in this video. In this video, I'm going to go through the new roadmap that I'm using in my business right now, and I've been teaching for the last 2 months in my free masterclass online for other people. Now, this is part two of two-part series on the new roadmap for musicians. So just so you'll stay with the curriculum, go back to part one and watch it if you want. If not, I'll try to recap it real quick. In the last video, we looked at the old business model, which basically you make music, which is the product of your business, and you distribute it to streaming services, and then you can monetize it and you can play shows with it. And shows, it's kind of where it's at. That's your biggest point of leverage within your business. Which, if you agree with me that the biggest leverage point for your business to make a living out of, to actually make money through your art, is playing shows, that means you need to build an audience for all the other parts of your business, but put that even aside. Without an audience, you don't have leverage, you don't have reach, and you don't have a business. If you make the best album you've ever made and you put it out in the world and no one hears it, does it even worth something? For some of us, it does. And having that artistic expression is amazing. But if you want to make a living out of it, we need to start notice what's going on here. And when you start thinking of building an audience, you quickly realize that you don't want to only think locally. You're a digital global product. You need to show up online to make your business known for everyone in this world. The more, the merrier. You're building an audience. You're playing a numbers game. Even the biggest artists in the world rely on everyone else in the world. They have world tours. They stream their music online where everyone can hear it. You need to understand that your business is an online business. Now, in some cities and countries, you can actually make a living only from your country. The US is very big. Maybe if you're a DJ in Berlin, you can make a living off of music. I know that in Israel, I have friends that can do that. And yet, they still need to outgrow those scenes to go to the next tier of the evolution of their brand, to the next tier of income for their own life. Now, I live in Australia. Gigs here are scarce. I can't make a living off of live shows over here. We're very far away from everything else, and it's not really a thing that happens here. There's not enough gigs to make a sustainable income, which is how I got to the point of this roadmap. By me trying to understand how we as artists, as musicians, can still do the thing that we came here to do, which is make a living off of our art. So let's look at the roadmap now. So on the screen, you can basically see my new roadmap for musicians. If you want to go back to part one, you can see that over there I went through the old business model. Well, you show up and create music, and if you go through the left side of here, you'll see that there's a music catalog. This is the products that you make in your business, and from that product, you distribute them into streaming services where people can buy and stream your music. You can monetize that, which is passive income, and that goes to your pocket to live the good life. From those streaming services, you can also promote it on your social media and hopefully play shows. And playing shows, as we talked about before, you have the biggest leverage for your business. All of a sudden, instead of making an EP for 100 hours that it took you and make $100 for it, hopefully you make a bit more on your EP, but let's just talk small numbers because that's actually what it is. You can make hundreds to thousands of dollars in 90 minutes or however long your set is by playing a show. Live shows is where it's at. One evening can make the income of a yearly streaming service. If you promote those shows, you can go back to your social media and actually show that your brand is working. That little cycle is what everyone else is doing with their music business model. You release music, you play shows, you post about all of that in social media, and that cycle goes bigger and bigger and bigger as you get better and better creating music. That's all great. You should keep doing that and make the best art that you can in the world. What I offer, and I offered in the last video, which if you want, you can go check out, but quickly, I offer that there's more things that you produce while showing up and creating to make your music. The things that you produce are the byproducts. They're your creative waste, quote unquote. From those, you can make free products to give to the people that follow you and content to put on social media. Free products can be sample packs, presets, and Ableton Live Racks, or whatever it is that you do and make your music from. If it's guitar samples, recording of your voice, whatever it is, give. That is a big part of your soul system. Your brand is a brand that gives stuff for free. People attract to free stuff. And I'll talk about it in another video, but it actually feels much better for you as a person that wants to show up on social media daily, giving stuff rather than asking people to look at this new cool thing you did for the sake of you. You actually tell them, look at the cool thing you did for you. You become someone that shares their knowledge, and that actually reframes the way you show up on social media for your mental capacity and for your audience. You can share stories, tutorials, deep thinking that you have around the track, inspiration that you find in a book, whatever it is, all those things that happen in your creation process are worthy of sharing. Now, content like podcasts or YouTube videos can actually get monetized when you distribute it to social media. And those things that you monetize are, again, peanuts. They're not really the way we want to build our business. Even though you're in the entertainment business, and in the entertainment business, you kind of want to put more and more out to get more and more streams. We don't want to really rely on that because this is, again, small money with a lot of quantity. And because I'm an artist too, I know that trying to get a lot from your art when you don't have what to express artistically, it's actually a very vicious cycle to get into. So going back into content and free products, when you distribute all of those things, including your music catalog, to a community, to an email list, to somewhere that is just for your audience, a school community, a WhatsApp group, a Discord community, whatever it is, put those people that you offer all those things for in one community that's going to be especially for them. Those people that's going to be your warm leads, quote unquote, those are the people that want to interact with your brand outside of social media. They're there for the full shabam, everything that you offer. This is where it gets personal, which is very nice for you and them. You create deeper connections and actually feel good about having relationships with people that interact with you, because of your art. That community, when you promote to them that you play shows, are more likely to come than people that you would promote on streaming services or social media. And it's exactly the same thing for paid products. When you're going to make a paid product, if all of a sudden you'll make a way bigger sample pack, you can charge for it. Those people that got all the free products for you, that actually got value from you before a few times, will be way more inclined to spend money on your brand because they know you provide value. That little circle between community, playing shows, products, and living the good life is where you want to live. This is where you create more and more leverage because you keep giving more and more to your community. And as I showed, and as I talked about in the video before this, with the byproducts, you have more and more to give than the last form of your art, than only the artistic output. Outputs of your creativity are everywhere, and all of them worth something for someone. If it's for your colleagues, if it's for people that are behind you in their journey, if it's for people that are just beginning now, you have a lot to share simply by you being you. Now, this is what I've been doing with my business right now for the last 2 months since I started getting back into the music business thing. And since I started doing that, Just like I thought would happen, I attracted way more opportunity just by me showing up online daily and considering that I have way more value to give now that I know where I can harvest more value by the thing that I was already doing daily, showing up and creating, being an artist. I became someone that creates value constantly. So I share value constantly. Active brands attract opportunity. If your social media is alive, promoters notice that, colleagues notice that, everyone that's surrounding in your bigger community actually notice you and they grow together with you because they're there to see you grow online. The store looks open daily. Your storefront looks alive. The business looks open daily. It's active. Things are going all the time. Not only they're going, you give stuff for free. It's a very good business to go back to and check if there's something else that you can get value out of from that person that you follow. So instead of hoping people just find your music on streaming services or social media or something, you create momentum by showing up and connecting with your greater community. I'm going to continue talking more and more about going deeper and deeper into each of these sections in the framework as this channel grows. After this framework, there's a few more steps which I'm laying down on a digital course that I'm about to put out in a few weeks, maybe a few months from now. Still working on it to really make it dialed in. As I'm building my own business and I'm learning a lot from it, I'm going to systemize all the systems so I can actually give you what it is that I think is the best way forward. So let me just leave you with this. In 2025 and now 2026 coming, you need to understand that you're not only an artist. You're actually building a global digital brand around your creativity. Your music is the core, but your content and your products, your free products, expand your reach, and your authority and your community together can create a whole movement behind your brand. I hope you found some value in this breakdown of the roadmap that I'm using, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Let's make this a conversation. Tell me what you think about it. I would genuinely love to know. And if you end up applying any of these things to your music business, please let me know. I would love to see how everyone's going with this. There's a link in the description to sign up for my newsletter. And everyone that's going to sign up for the newsletter will get a free 5-day mini course of how to actually harvest the byproducts that we talked about in the last video and a bit in this video. So go check all the links in the description. If you want to get some free stuff, you can also work with me now, one-on-one lessons. There's all these packages that I offer. Check everything in the description. And I see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.